Right, 3 hours in a row. Let's go. Have a go. D107. Let's go. Huh? Hi, good morning. I was looking for the person that orders ink, for the printers that you guys use. Oh no, of course. Very quickly, my name's Charles. I run my own independent ink business based in Cardiff. I was just looking for permission, really, just to leave my contact details and my prices. Would that be okay? You sure? Yeah. Oh, thank you very much. Oh, brilliant. Thank you. Oh, oh, yeah. Um, yeah. Yeah. EI, yeah. LAR or LER. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, what was the no the KNOELL .com. Brilliant. And what was your name? So was that your name as well? LUC LUCY or I yeah LUCY. Oh, fantastic. And I was going to ask, and I know this is a very long shot to ask very quickly before you go, but have you got an example of one of the printers? Because I can get across some prices, Lucy, with my contact details. And well, I can put together some prices if you know the model, if that makes sense. Yeah, I'll ask. Yeah, I'll ask on email. That's fine. I always, yeah, no, of course. I always ask on the phone just in case, like, people have it in front of them. But I'll ask the question on email and then I'll wait for the reply. But thank you very much for allowing me to send it. I do appreciate it. Thank you. You have a nice day. Thanks, Lucy. Cheers. Bye bye. Bye bye. No template. So we're ringing A sector in Cardiff first and foremost. Boom. Next call. Okay. Hi guys, my name's Charles. I run my own independent ink business called SOS. We're based in Cardiff. I was hoping you could give us a quick call back on a Cardiff number, 02922 Thank you very much. Liz, Liz, today's Tuesday. What's the latest you need money for Sienna?
As soon as you can get it, really, you know.
How much? If I transfer now, that's it. I won't have nothing else. All I got money for then is the party. That could cost as much as 280 quid.
Okay.
So how much am I transferring over?
Just chuck money on my bag, and I'll start looking stuff when I go.
Okay, so 200.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Or 250.
Honestly, whatever you can do, I'll do what I can.
Barclays, yeah.
Eh?
Barclays, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to do 250, but then that's it. Then all I'll have money for is the party. So is there anything hidden now? Anything that we haven't discussed, or that's going to rear their ugly head by the end of the week or anything?
Not that I know of. As of now, no.
Hi guys, my name's Charles. I run my own independent ink company called SOS. We're based in Cardiff. I was hoping you could give us a quick call back on the Cardiff number 02922 402 747. Thank you very much. No problem. Hi, good morning. I was looking for the person that orders ink, for the printers that you guys use. Oh, let me write this down. Is she any good on email or better on the phone? Oh, bear with me 2 seconds, mate. I know a lot about ink, but I only type with one finger. Hang on. Do you say CM? Chat FARMPARK at Gmail, did you say? Ah, brilliant. Very quickly, my name's Charles. I run my own independent ink company called SOS. We're based in Cardiff. But initially, I was just hoping to leave my details with you guys. But you said to address it to Victoria, is that right? Yeah, I'll put this on my notes. I know it's a long shot to ask you very quickly before you go. It is a long shot, but do you know the name of a printer? Because I can send some prices across on email if you know a model. Yeah, yeah. I'm just thinking, I'll obviously send an email straight away and ask for the model. Do you guys have does she have a number at all that I can ask her on the phone, or should I just send the email? Sending, yeah, no worries. Would that be okay? Because I think I've called your mobile, haven't I? What would be the main number? Is it 02920? Oh, oh, hang on. 01633, yeah. No worries. Thank you. If she doesn't answer, I'll still send the email. Yeah. 689221. Brilliant. And on my notes, I'll leave your number on there, but obviously I know you don't deal with it, but I'll send her an email as well, if she doesn't answer. But thank you very much for your help as well. I do appreciate it. Thank you. Cheers. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Hi, good morning, Victoria. Very quickly, my name's Charles. I run my own independent ink company called SOS. We're based in Cardiff. I just called. I just called a different number, and the gentleman gave me an email and said to email yourself. But I asked him a question of, does he know off the top of his head a printer model? Because I was hoping to put some prices in the email, and he mentioned that you might have had other printers, but this is the best number to get you one. And I was wondering, number one, would it be okay to send the email across? He's given me cmfanpath@gmail. Um, and I was going to ask, do you know the name of the printer, Victoria? Because I was hoping to leave you guys some prices, if I can, for the ink, if that makes sense. If, yeah, bear with me. And it's got a little dash, maybe. Yeah, yeah, 30, perfect. So what I'll do it is I got another one as well. If you know it off the top, yeah. There's no rush. Thank you. Yeah, yeah, perfect. Yeah. Oh, perfect. So, just to make you aware, the LC42 is a relatively new printer, that one, but I supply the XLs or a quote for the XLs. Is that, do you buy the XLs or do you just buy the standard black and you buy the standards for the colors, do you? Give me 2 seconds. Let me just double check. Okay, so it may not look like there's space for the XL colors, the blue, the yellow, the pink, the cyan, yellow, magenta, but there is space 100% because I'll give you the, I won't give you the mils, I'll give you the pages. I've got the mils and the pages, but it's really important. Even if we never do business, even if you never email me and that's it, please take my advice and definitely buy the XL colors. And I'll tell you why. The standard colors are 550 pages and the XL colors are 1.5. The standard black is 550 and the XL black is 3K, 3000. So you're already doing well on the black, but then any savings that you make on the black, you might be negating it on the colors. So I don't know if that makes sense. You should, let me get a calculator out. Yeah, so let me 2 seconds. Let me see if I can get an image of the printer. 2 seconds. Let me see. LC42 XL. No, no, it's fine. Yeah, yeah, because what I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to get the name of a printer that it could be. Give me 2 seconds. Right. So it's gonna be something like MFC-J, similar to what you got, 6930. It's probably the newer version, maybe. You've probably got a 6540 or something like that. So let me just bring up an image of the printer and let me see, and then I'll check online if okay, so I got an image of the printer. So you lift up the scanner, I think, is it? You lift up this, no, you lift down the side. No, yeah. You lift up the scanner and then lift down on the right hand side. Okay, give me 2 seconds. Let me see if somebody's put on the internet if they've had troubles. LC422 XL not fitting. Because a lot of times people put. Oh no, no, yeah, but you said it. Are you saying that you've tried to fit it, or you don't think, looking at it visually, you're not confident that it'll fit? Yeah, the 6930. Yeah. So which is the one that you buy the standard inks for, colours? The newer one or the both? Perfect. Yeah, and XL's perfect. So have you tried the LC3219 XLs on the blue, the yellow, the pink on your printer? Yeah. So what I'll give me 2 seconds. LC. Give me 2 seconds. Let me see because just bear me 2 seconds because I'm hopefully you can't hear my background noise because I'm actually watching a quick YouTube video as I'm watching it. Right, so someone's just taken out. No, no, they've just taken out a blue and they've put in a. Please say that's an XL. Oh, perfect. Right. So basically, right on the right hand side, you've got the pink first, the M, the blue next, the C, the Y next, the yellow, and then the BK, the black. Right. Like you said, the black is twice the size, should we call it, than the colours. Now this way it gets interesting. The colours, from what it looks like, the imagery on the colours, the XL colours on the LC on the J693 are no bigger. So what they must do is they must fill it with more ink. They must fill it with more mils. Does that make sense? And yeah, do you know what I mean? And I think that's the case with the newer printer as well. So you're probably thinking because it comes with starter ink, which I call stingy ink, but whatever. It comes with starter ink, and you would have had a percentage of a normal cartridge when you first set up the printer. So you're probably thinking in your head, the black is double because it's XL, but the colours won't fit because it's going to come out the same as the black. But what it looks like is they just increase the mils on the colours. So for example, yeah, you know, it's a really good question because, but then again, I've been doing this 15 years. People, they say this all the time. It's not going to fit, and I always say to them, honestly, yeah. Well, people, the thing is, people order them and they don't say anything about it fitting, but it's the ones that don't order that say it don't fit, and I'm like, well, I order, like people order them all the time. Yeah, so basically, in the remember I said it was 1.5K on the colours and 550 on the standards. It's the same on your older printer, on both printers. It's exactly the same. So the mils is 7.2 mils on the standard and 16.5. So what it looks like is they just fill it with more ink. Yeah, they're just not filling it on the standard. And you know why they're not filling it. Let's be honest, Victoria. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Well, ink is I think it's in the top 10 most expensive liquids in the world. It's in the top 10. It used to be like quite high, but it's gone down to like 7 or 8. But it's definitely still in the top 10, depending on where you get your research from. So what I'll do is so I've got the right email, cmfarmpark@gmail.com. So just let you know, I don't do stationery, just to be upfront. I only do things that are printer related, if that makes sense. Just Yeah, well, I haven't got a clue what you're paying, but the way I run my business, I've run my business for 7 years, and it sounds a bit wishy-washy, but I'll leave you with this. I run my business on building relationships with people, so I don't want to be known as like the cheapest ink supplier. I don't want people to be like, oh, they come across me based on price. I want to show people that I'm good on delivery, good on service. Any problems, any issues, they can rely on me. My company, if that makes sense. But I'll send over the email first, and see what you think. Where are you guys based, if you don't mind me asking? Have you got? Yeah, I was going to say, so I run an 01633 number, so but it's a CF3 postcode, isn't it? Are you a? Oh, you must have this all the time too. Oh, right, okay. You buy Kevin Abbey Park, you? Yeah. Oh, you are Kevin Abbey Park. Oh, there you go. So, oh, hang on. Oh, you do? Oh, right, okay. Hang on. I come through a different number though. That's weird. I no, I come through a mobile number. I spoke to a guy on my Excel spreadsheet. It come up under the sector agricultural contractors, RDA land care, and it came up with a mobile number. I called the mobile. The guy said, "Oh, you need to speak to Victoria in the office. Here's the email." What have I done? It's weird, isn't it? So no, I didn't ask for it though. He probably would have, but I didn't ask for it. Mate, oh, oh dear. Luckily, I got off the phone as quickly as possible. But that's all he said. He said, we just have brothers, give her a bell. And then he said, here's a direct number for Victorian accounts. And I said, oh, thank you. Perfect. So what I'll do then, oh, okay then. So you're not, I wonder what sector you're under though. What sector do you guys come under? Would you say? Because I got to change this. No, I mean like, definitely part, like farm part, what does it come under? Like what, like industry or, right, okay. Yeah, because what I need to do is I need to change the where you are on my spreadsheet. Because in the future, if I come across your details again, it's going to come under agricultural contractors. It's going to come under, like you said, the big boss. Shall I get rid of his mobile? It's probably not worth me keeping it, is it? Yeah, I'll do it. No, my luck. I'll forget about this conversation. I'll ring him up and say, "Is Victoria there?" Right. I'll send you the email. I'll leave my contact details, my name, Charles, and my pricing. Thank you very, very much for your time on the phone. And if you do need me, just give me a shout. And listen, even if you don't try me out, like I said earlier, buy the XLs from Liverpool. They'll save you a few quid, you know. Just see what you think. And I'll yeah, not listen, no. So I'd rather give my help because the thing is, people might say, oh, well, what's the point in helping someone if they're not buying off you? But I don't think it works like that, Victoria, to be honest with you. You know, it's not the way I built my business up. I built my business up with people coming back to me when they're ready. And I don't do people's heads in as well, just to let you know. Unless you want to talk about pretty all day long. I'll probably do your head in. But in actual fact, you've actually taught me something as well today. That's actually taught me as well, because I've always wondered why people keep complaining that they're not going to fit. And I've always been like, I don't get it. But it's actually answered my yeah. So when someone asks me now, I can say to him, has that been going on for years as well? That you didn't think it was going to fit? You didn't think they're going to fit? Yeah. You're like, I'm going to be made to look like a fool. Like, I'm not going to be made to look like a fool. And you're like, yeah, but he spent a bloody fortune. Yeah, it's interesting. But what I'll do then, I'll send you this email, and then you get back to me when you're ready, and you have a lovely day as well. Thanks for your time. Thanks, Victoria. Speak to you in a bit. Ta-da. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Oh, also, what's that?
Yes, sort of.
Is that supposed to be private?
No.
Also, Sienna can see that. Yeah.
I did it deliberately.
Oh, okay. Because you passed me that, and then she went, "What's that?" And I said, "I don't know." And I lifted it up, and I seen that, and then she's seen it out the corner of her eye, and I was like, "Oh, I don't think you're supposed to see that."
No,
And she walked away.
I did it so she could see it to get her excited.
Oh.
So, it's all stuff she always knows.
Her team stuff is on a plane. I said, it's just left China this morning at 3 o'clock. She went, "Oh, when's it arriving in Cardiff?" I was like, "No, Sienna." What? She's like, "When's it coming on the plane?"
Oh, yeah.
This girl thinks Timu is fucking Amazon Prime. We're supposed to be there at 3:40, by the way, which I completely forgot to say. How were Jaden and Ava getting on?
I'll speak to her now.
If you can, because does she work on?
Yeah.
So she can get in there, can't she? You never guess who I fucking called, do you? So I just called a mobile number that's like agricultural contractors, yeah?
Yeah.
So I called this guy and I was like, I'm looking for person, the ink for your printer. And he goes, it's the office, it is Victoria. He said, here's the email address, CM Farm Park. or at Gmail. And I was like, okay, no worries. And he said, just email Victoria. And I said, oh, does she have a number at all? Do you know what printers you guys use? He went, oh, the brother printers. I haven't got a clue what they use, but just give her a ring. And I said, oh, I haven't got a number. I've just got your mobile. He said, oh, here's the number. I rung her. Had a really good chat with her, as you could tell. Give her some advice as well. She said, you're not Liverpool. So it looks like potentially it could be a good thing. And then I said, oh, where are you based? Because I've got a Newport number, but I've got CF3 postcode. She went, oh, we're at Keffe Mabley. I went, oh, why Keffe Mabley Pa? And she went, yeah, Keffe Mabley Farm Park. She said, we are Keffe Mabley. I went, what? I said, I don't get it. I said, I've run agricultural contractor on a mobile number.
Yeah.
She went, yeah, you've just spoken to the big boss, the owner. So, yeah. But it's interesting because you would think it's a mobile number. What's the point in ringing? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's interesting, isn't it? Mm. Ipswich. Quite obvious sales call. Hello, Charles speaking.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, hi. Good afternoon. This is Rio from Automobile Network.
Okay, that's fine. They're using numbers that you wouldn't normally notice. Thank you. Okay. Huh? What's the matter? What? Your ankle? What on? Huh?
My ankle proper popped.
Your ankle popped?
Yeah.
That doesn't sound good.
Oh. Not really hit it. It's like a burning sensation as well.
Hi, Victoria, it's Charles. Sorry to call you back. It's only a quick one. I forgot to say. So when you come to compare pricing, you've got to look at your standard price of the colours and times it by 2.7. I've just sent the email, but I didn't want to put it in the email in case it come across a bit complicated. So I thought I'd tell you, thought I'd tell you on the phone. It'd be easier, wouldn't it? 'Cause you couldn't remember that. 2.7. So whatever price you're paying for either printer on the blue, the yellow, the pink, so the cyan, the yellow, or the magenta, whatever price it is, times it by 2.7. It's actually 2.73, but times it by 2.7, and then go back to my pricing and then compare it. Because otherwise, what you might find, what a lot of people do is they forget, and then they'll my price will say like a tenner. I think I've quoted a tenner on the brothers, and then you might be like, oh, we're only paying £8. Charles is £2 more expensive, but it's not £8. It's £8 times 2.7, which would be £21.60 compared to £10. Does that make sense? Yeah, I haven't overcomplicated otherwise. Yeah, yeah. So you can compare the black straight away. Yeah, because you're buying the black anyway, so you can compare the black. No, no, no. God, no, jeez. No, no. Please don't. No. You need to times your price for the colours and then compare it with mine. Because you're coming from standard to XL. So you're buying standard and I'm quoting XL. But what I didn't, does that make sense? Yeah, because I should have said, yeah, I would have thought you would have remembered it. But even, for example, I don't know, say you don't need ink for a couple of months. Exactly, exactly. And what I didn't want to do, obviously, I could have put the standards in there. I sell the standards. I don't sell them. I can sell them. I don't sell them because I recommend high capacity. Yeah, exactly. Because what I didn't want to do, I had another choice. I could have put LC3217s and I could put LC422s. But can you only imagine what that quote would have looked like if it had all them on it? It would have just been like by 2.7. Exactly, exactly. So, and if we forgot, not that you would have forgotten like the whole conversation, but you know, can you imagine in 2 months you might have looked at my pricing quickly, seen £10, and I don't know how much you pay for the standards, but say you pay 8 or 9 or anything less than 10, you might have looked at mine and thought, well, if it's more than 10, then there we go then, yeah. But I just didn't want to not ring you back and sit and explain, and I completely forgot on the phone. But the problem is when I'm talking about ink, like I told you earlier, like I'm such a nerd, I don't want to overface people with too much information. Because to me, it's like I talk about it all day long, you know. But perfect, perfect. And if you want to do your own calculation, all you've got to do is divide the page yield by your page yield. So my page yield is 1,500. Divide that by 550. That's your page yield. So if you want to know where I got the 2.7, I got it from dividing my page yield by your page yield, if that makes sense. Okay. But I'll leave it to it. Thank you very, very much for your time again. Yeah, not at all. And I'll put you in the tourist attraction. Funny enough, on my Excel spreadsheet, you weren't even in the tourist attraction. In actual fact, no, no, yeah, but you were Cafe Mabley wasn't even in my file. I've got Cafe Mabley pub. I've got Keffin. I've got loads of Keffins. Like I've got hardly any. Yeah, honestly, I'm absolutely buzzing because when you oh, there we go. The closest thing was Cafe Mabley Garden Services, which is a landline number, CF3 postcode. So I don't know who they are, but it's a landline number ending in 949. But that's the only Cafe Mabley Hotel. That's CF64 though, so I think that's in Roofs maybe or Barry or something. And that's it. So how weird is that I came through someone completely different as well? And he was kind enough to give me the email because he could have told me to bugger off. Yeah, well, things happen for a reason, don't they? But I'll leave you to it. Give me a shout when if you're interested, and we'll take it from there. Only just sent it over. I can't believe I haven't looked at it in the last 30 seconds. But no worries. And yeah, like I said, hope you have a nice day. And if you need me, my number's in the bottom left-hand corner, and you can always email me back. Thanks again. Cheers, Victoria. Ta-da. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. What are you laughing for? Lynn. 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 Why are you laughing?
This is what I hear. Basically, if you times it by something and divide it by this, and then do this and do that and do the other, and then something, blah, 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 and then the equation is something's 100%, and I was just sat there thinking, what the fuck? And you went, does that make sense? I was like, no. No, she's just, she is agreeing with you. They have no idea what the fuck you just said.
Right, basically, right.
You're going to try and explain it to me.
No, but it's going to be
Person who's done
hiding,
maths.
hiding to nothing. So basically, yeah, but it's not about being done with maths. You've got a calculator. That's what calculators are for. You weird.
Yeah.
So basically, she's getting the standard colours. Yeah, blue, yellow, pink, 3. Yeah,
I know.
she's getting standard colours. So my colours are £10, and mine are XLs. So what I didn't want her to do is to go into a quote in 2 months, forget the conversation that I do XLs, she gets standards. So she say she's paying £8.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't want her to look at the quote and be like, what's he on about? He's £2 more expensive. Well, I'm not £2 more expensive, am I?
No.
I'm 2.7 times more. Her price is 2.7 times more than mine.
No.
So you do £8 times 2.7, £21.60.
Yeah.
And I said to her, that's if you're under my pricing of 10. She went, Charles, we're not under 10. Should we pay more than 10? So straight away, like I can tell. Yeah, I know how much
she already pays more.
I already know what she pays. Yeah, she's probably paying.
So
She's probably paying like 12. She's probably paying £12. That's how much they are, £12 for the
I
originals.
don't know, with that type of reaction, I would say she'd pay more.
Look at that. That's what she's paying. Because she has to buy 3 cartridges or 2.7 cartridges, nearly 3 cartridges to my 1. So I'm charging a tenner, and she's been charged £32.40. It's a no-brainer. And do you know what's interesting? You learn something new every day. So she said to me straight away, oh, we don't buy the XLs on the colours because they won't fit. And I was like, well, I have supplied them. I said, I'm pretty certain they fit. I said, let me get an image of it now. And I watched a YouTube video and I said, oh, 2 seconds, Victoria. I don't know if you can hear anything on the line, like, but I'm just watching the YouTube videos we're talking. And I said, oh, I know why you think they don't fit. You're thinking that they're double the size, like the black. And she went, yeah, exactly. I said, no, they've just put more mils in. I said, they've just used the same cartridge and put more liquid. She was like, oh, that makes sense. I said, yeah, that does. I never knew that myself.
So they're not bigger cartridges.
The black is bigger. The black is double the size. So the black is like that, and the colours are like that. But the space for the colours stay like that. The black space can either be that or that. But the colours is not that or that. It's just that. So whenever people are buying the black, they're buying the high capacity black XL, and they're buying the standard colours because they don't know that it does more liquid in the colours. They just think, oh, if I buy them, I'm just going to look stupid. And that's what she said. She said, oh, to be honest with you, for years, I've never bought them because I just thought there's no point. And I said, yeah, saying that, you didn't want to look stupid. I said, but then again, look how much money you could have saved in a couple of years.
I hope she gets back to them. Send her the email and see if she opens it.
Yeah, I've sent it. And, well, it doesn't say whether it's opened or not. It'll tell me. How cool is that, though? Okay, cool, baby. Right, let's do. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is to what? Air compressors. Let's do 5 in the box. Hi, good afternoon, Danielle. I was looking for the person that orders ink, you know, for the printers that you guys use. Oh, no. Yeah, it's like on a lease type thing, is it? Yeah, yeah, I'll put this on my notes. But thank you very much for letting me know anyway. Thank you. Cheers. Bye-bye. Right. Hi, good afternoon. I was looking for the person that orders ink, you know, for the printers that you guys use. Oh, oh, the printer. Oh, yeah, like a photocopier. Do you guys use anything a little bit smaller for more private work at all? Okay, I'll put on my notes that you've got a copy, but thank you very much for letting me know. Anyway, thank you. Cheers. Bye bye. Bye bye. Oh, excuse me. Hi, good afternoon. I was looking for the person that orders ink, you know, for the printers that you guys use. Yeah, yeah. I'll put this on my notes now. Low user. Is it worth leaving my name, Charles, and my contact details, just in case, or you don't think so? Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, it's fine. I'll put it on my notes. But thank you very much for letting me know anyway. Thank you. Cheers. Bye-bye. Bye. Hi, Headley. It's Charles from SOS down in Cardiff. I haven't heard back off you, so I hope everything's okay. I'm not sure if you confirmed if the inks are working or not, so give me a call back if you get a chance. It's Cardiff number 02922 402 747, and we'll have a chat. I'll give you a mobile a quick ring just in case at all. Thanks, Headley. Bye bye. I'm good. How are you? I just left you a voicemail. Chasing you down. Have we got good news or not good news? Because sometimes, yeah, because sometimes no news is good news. So is that correct? Oh, don't do that, Headley. Yeah. Well, listen, mate. I bought myself a new printer, right? I didn't buy it for myself. I bought it for my 9-year-old daughter. Don't ask. You're not allowed to ask any questions, right? And anyway, I bought some ink for it, and it arrived because she went through the starter ink straight away in the weekend. Like, I'm not even joking. And I bought a full set of ink for it, XL ink, and I just installed it this morning. And lo and behold, it came up with an error message. No, it came up with a little warning sign. It's an Epson printer. It came up with a little warning sign, little yellow marker, and then it came up with these are non-original links. Do you wish to proceed? And I press yes. Then it come up with we are not responsible for the quality or whatever. Press OK, and I press OK. And then, which I thought was very clever, it then said firmware update needed. Press OK, and I went cancel, because that's where they get you with the firmware updates, because there's a SIM card type chip on the cartridges, and that chip, in my experience, and this is with laser and ink, they can control the printer through firmware updates that are not needed. If you look at any articles online, whatever, firmware updates for printers are very rarely needed. They're just used to control the printer. So that's interesting. But anyway, right. So am I okay to charge you for some ink? Yeah. So what have I? So all right. This is what do you think I've sent out? Because I can. What do you know off the top of your head? What I've done? I know you bought. Yeah. Not bad. Not bad. Yeah. So on my right. So this is what it looks like I've sent out. So I've sent out a full set. So I sent out a black, a blue, a yellow, and separately. Yeah, but that wasn't in the same ink. The magenta was because you first ordered a magenta, didn't you? Initially. Yeah, yeah. So I think my wholesaler sent out a replacement magenta as well, but I'm not charging for that because they're not charging me. So you've ended up with a substantial amount of pink. My 9-year-old daughter would love to use your printer, I presume. And I'm not saying she just loves pink, or she does. So I think this is what you owe me. I think you owe me one magenta, and you owe me the black, the blue, and the yellow, and then that's it. But yeah, full set. But you've ended up with one from HP, a replacement from HP, and a replacement from me. So you must have 4 magentas, and one in the printer. Yeah, you're not going to need any magenta for a while. I think that's a very good idea, Headley. That's a superb idea, mate. I was going to say the same thing myself. Before you said it, I was going to say it. I thought that's a very good idea. Don't say it, Charles. You'll think you're silly. Print everything in pink. I'm going to do all my invoicing. I'm going to do all my colours. Right. Let me grab your card details and let me let you go. You paid on card or backs? What would you prefer? What's It's normally on card. You have paid on backs before, but we'll do card if that's okay. Do you know your long card? Give me a bell. We'll have a chat. I'm just like, oh, it doesn't matter. Just call me whenever. It diverts my mobile. I was going to say I'm on a school run at between 2:45 and 4, but it doesn't matter, Headley, because I can answer you and put it on my notes, which I've done before. You've called me loads of times when I'm in the car. So right, I'll leave you to it. You have a lovely day, and I'll speak to you in a few hours. Thanks, Headley. Ta-ra, mate. Bye. You just text me. What are you sending to me? Then what are you sending to me? What are you sending me?
nothing.
Huh? Then
Yeah,
what have you sent?
nothing.
Huh?
Nothing.
You're trying to prove a point, you? Trying to prove a point to you?
No.
To be honest with you, though, the proof's in the pudding. You are right, they make more effort with certain things than they do with others. But there's no denying that, is there?
No, but I was just going on about
You are right, there's no doubt about that. But there's no I don't know why. I think it maybe could just be
licking ass.
they're too scared to
Get some moves. But no, I wasn't sending for that. I was sending because he needs a party plate for it.
these
No.
guys.
They said bring a plate of party food and stuff, so I was more.
No, I can't be honest with you. We don't need to do that. It's not for me. See, that's the difference between me and you. See, I'll be like, I'm respectful. Like,
You haven't got me about this. I want no respect at all for this.
No.
I don't think they should be forcing it on my kids.
Yeah, but this is the difference. So I'm being respectful, but I'm not making an effort. So with you, you're just like, no, fuck it, whatever, which is fine. That's still your opinion. It's still not wrong. You having a difference of opinion to me or to anyone else, it doesn't mean your opinion is wrong, and it doesn't mean the other person's opinion is right.
Yeah.
It just means that you outlook it differently. You know, I look at it similar, but I Sienna hit the nail on the head. It's just your delivery. That's all.
Yeah.
It's very aggressive. She said that as a 9-year-old child. She went, I know mum's not whatever. She's quite aggressive in how she says it. It is what it is. Doesn't mean you're wrong. Doesn't mean you're right. It just means doesn't mean your opinion is not valid. It's just your delivery of the opinion. How many times have we spoken about delivery lately of how you come across? Not you, like generally, you have the right point in an argument or whatever, and then you come across so aggressively. And Lewis spoke about it before at length, and then you just lose the point because you're the one who's not, you're the one who's in the wrong. I was just going to show you, look.
What's that?
Oh, Kevin Mabley.
Oh, is it?
She opened it straight away. I sent her at 12:13 and she opened it straight away.
Okay.
Of course, I. Right. One more call. Hi, good afternoon. I was looking for the person that orders ink, for the printers that you guys use. Hi, very quickly, my name's Charles. I run my own independent ink company called SOS. We're based in Cardiff. I was just looking for permission to leave my contact details and my prices with you, if that would be okay. Are you sure? Yeah, would that be okay with you? Yeah. Let me write this down. And what was your name, sorry? I'm Charles, by the way. Pleased to meet you, Lisa. What's the best email address to get you on? Bear with me. I know a lot about ink, but I only type with one finger. Right, so it's accounts, yeah. EHA. Yeah. Hyphen A, yeah. Hyphen system, so that's in the end, yeah. Brilliant. Now, just to ask very quickly, I know it's a bit of a long shot for me to ask you this, but have you got an example of one of the printer models? Because I can get across some prices straight away, like. No, that's fine. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, bear with me. Does it have a little dash after the MFC? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, no rush. There's no rush. Thank you. There might be Maxifies or there might be Pixmas or I think that's it actually. Yeah, they're probably going to be Pixmas. Might be MG on it maybe. Yeah, yeah. Hang on. So 8828. Give me 2 seconds. Let me see if I can bring it up. Yeah, and CL546. Yeah, yeah, perfect. We're on the right page. PG545. Oh, hang on. Are you buying the XLs though? Okay. Yeah. So I just to be upfront on two things, Lisa, very quickly. I only supply. I always try and quote for Sally XLs where possible. Only because they always end up being better value for money. I mean, there's always an argument of saying, like you said, we might not print out that much color or what have you, but generally speaking, the it's usually double the ink. In inkjets, it's the mill, so it's like they put double the liquid in the cartridge. And the second thing is to be upfront with you. What are your thoughts on me sending non-original pricing? Would you be okay with me sending that on an email? Perfect, perfect. So we're on the right line. So what I'll do is on my notes, I'll put uses contacts on Brazil, OEM on Canon. Perfect. So when I say perfect, so when I send you this email, it'll have non-original on both. But when I've sent it to you, my attitude is very simple. If people are interested in doing business, fingers crossed, they'll find the time to come back to me. So I don't hassle people, I don't badge them, I don't press them, I don't do that edit, basically. And usually people appreciate it. There is a downfall to that, is that people get on with the rest of their day and they forget 100%. Like I've been doing this for 15 years, and the amount of times I've called people back and they've like, I've even got told off for not ringing enough. Like, I'm not even joking. There was a school up in Liverpool. They've been using me for like 5 years, but called him 7 years ago in 2017 when I first set my business. And the guy, we had a wicked chat on the phone, sent him the email and everything. And then I didn't call him back for like a year or maybe a year and a half. And when I called him back, he's like, Charles, I cannot believe you haven't called me back. He said, I lost your email. I couldn't remember your name, blah, blah, blah. And they've been using me for five years or so. And I've even gone to visit them. Like when I went up to Liverpool to visit about 10 customers, and they were one of the schools that I popped in, and I actually met them kind of face to face as well. And he even said, like face to face, he said, you should just call me back. And I was like, I didn't want to do your editing. So, it's one of them you don't know, I just want to be on and off the phone. Uh, yeah, but I've actually been in an office. I've worked for a stationery company in Cardiff, and I've actually been in an office where two account managers, all they did was ring around their customer base. They were so afraid of getting on the phones and making new calls, cold calls. So they were either, I can't remember if they were made it themselves or whether they were given customer base. I can't remember, but the point is there's me cold calling. Like, I'll make it, I like it, I enjoy it. I'm a bit of a weirdo, but they're sane. They're normal. They're afraid of getting on the phone. So for them, they're just ringing on the same people. And what they're doing is I can hear the conversation, and they're like, "Hi, Sally, sir, do you need anything?" And they're going, "No, we'll let you know if we do." And they're like, "Okay, no problem. You know what I am." They're like, "Yeah, we know you." And they put the phone down, and I'm thinking that could have been like the 10th call that week or the third call that day. So for me, it's about being a little bit different, and it is a bit of a risk leaving people to it. But the way, I mean, I've done it by myself 7 years, and I've built up a really good customer base, and they appreciate me, and I appreciate them, and then that's it. And if people can't remember me, I'll try and ring back, but ultimately, I've got to. It's like you said about the happy medium. You start ringing people back, do you know what? I've started this new thing, Lisa. I'll tell you this very quickly before you go. I've started this new callback system, and basically, I'm asking people when they're next likely to order. So they're saying, "Oh, I have stock, Charles. Send me the quote and call me in, say, 3 months or 4 weeks or whatever they say." And I go, "Oh, no problem." And I set it in my callback system, and then it pops up, when they told me to. So say they say 4 weeks, so pop up in 4 weeks. I'll call them. I'll say, "Is that Lisa?" They go, "Yeah." And I'll say, "Oh, it's Charles from SOS in Cardiff," and they go, "Oh, we don't need anything." I'll be like, "No, no, you told me to give you a bell in 4 weeks, 4 weeks ago." And they're like, "No, no, no, we don't need anything. Call me in 4 weeks." And they put the phone down. I'm like, "You told me to call you," because people forget, don't they? They think then I come across salesy then, and I don't want to. But that's the medium that I'm trying to get to. I'm trying to speak to people when it's relevant to them. And even when I'm getting their permission to do it, they're still kind of treating me like does that make sense? Yeah, strange one. But I'm going to send this email over. You take your time on it. Thank you very, very much for letting me know what you're currently using. And fingers crossed, if it is of any interest, come back to me. You have a lovely day as well. Thanks, Lisa. Speak to you in a bit. Thank you. Ta-da. Bye-bye. Ah. Hi, Erin. It's Charles. I'm not too bad. This is my work number if you want to save it with my mobile. It's my landline. I've had the same number for 7 years on the work number. So if you don't press any options on it, it diverts my mobile as well, just for future reference. But always presume that I'm on the phones whenever you call or whatever. If I don't answer, that's usually a good thing. Exactly, exactly. If I'm on the phones, I'm making calls, sending quotes, making money. So if I answer and I'm not on the phones or whatever, I'm not working, and that's not good. But yeah, how are you doing? How have you had? Did you say you had time off, or was you working? Okay, okay. Yeah, yeah. Y- y- It's completely up to you, mate. Yeah, so well, we'll talk on the phone very briefly if you'd like. Um, so this, so two things really is obviously the internet issue, which has been technically it's been resolved, but then I don't think it's been resolved in the sense of it's not in my name, so I don't. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. So, but then because the internet was down for a whole week, it was down till Friday lunchtime. So I don't know if you've thought about what to do about that or like because if I'm going to be honest, like I can if you go to the office that you have your guys in the office and then there's no internet for a week, you can only imagine how much impact that would have on the business. So it's a bit of a tricky one because I said to you in the car park and I've said to you a few times, when you build relationships, there's going to be ups and downs. There's going to be a bit of back and forth, and it can't. And I said this to you, it can't always go my way, and this is why I didn't really negotiate much on the pricing and everything because I felt like it was fair. I did definitely feel like there was room for negotiation, but I just felt like you met me on Good Friday. I moved in on the Sunday. I helped you move the stuff. We were working as a team, and that's the attitude that I want to have. Fingers crossed, I want to be here for a long time. So I think working as a team is always better than me saying, "Oh, my internet's down and you better reimburse me" and things like that. That's not the way I am. And even if it means I lose out. Yeah, yeah, No, I think that's fair, and if that's what you thought, then I was thinking something along those lines. So I think that's fair. But yeah, yeah, it wasn't like it was on purpose. It was just something that was consequential of you trying to sort it out, and I seen the innocence of it as well. You know, you're just trying to figure it out. So that's fine. If you're happy to do that, then no problem. So what? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, that's fine. So what I was going to say then, the only other issue is the car parking. Oh my days. What the hell is going on? It's crazy out there, Ellen. It's like I can't even describe it to you. I don't know what it was like when you were here, but yeah, so right, so the guy's name that owns 10 and 12, the one that's refurbishing the buildings, his name is Shah. I don't know if you've met him, but um basically he was the one that put the letter on the car on the Easter Monday. Remember when somebody parked in my space and I parked in front, not thinking it would be an issue, but obviously I got a letter. It was him that is giving out the letters, but I ended up actually speaking to him because he has quite a big car, like a Porsche car, and I parked up, and I felt like I was going to block him, so I got out my car and I walked to his car and I said, "Have you got enough space?" And he said, who are you?" Like not rude, but he was like, "Oh, what? Do you have a space here?" And I said, "No, I actually have a space there." And I pointed at number 4, and it was taken. And I know what car's been taking it, and I don't know where the person is, but I know the person's a lady, and she doesn't come from this side of Museum Place. I think she comes from Park Grove. And anyway, we ended up having a 20-minute conversation, and he's got plans for the car park, like like big plans, because people are parking on his land. And he showed me the yellow line, and he explained to me that the two spaces that are over the yellow line, that are 4 and 5, something about, I don't know, something about number 16 was given those spaces. Yeah, exactly. They were given to 16 because of the right of access for the gate. Also, like you gave up the land to create the entrance, so then you were given two spaces in return, or something like that. I don't know. But he seemed fine, but he has plans because I think, from my understanding, which is obviously nothing to do with me, number 14 has 4 spaces. Two are in the corner for the woman or whatever, and then two are next to hers for this guy. And from my understanding, like I said, it's not really any of my business. From this is what I've been told. The landlord for 14 had given them those spaces, but because of this guy coming in, apparently that agreement is no longer valid. So 10 and 12, the owner Shah, he is going to be taking those spaces back because it's his land. He's going to be taking everything back, if that makes sense. No, 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 not museum place. You know, next to 5 is 4 spaces all the way to the wall. So, does that make sense? Yeah. Yeah. So those 4, I believe, are number 14 museum place. I believe. So yeah, it seems like the gist of it is, it seems like people have been doing what they want for a long time, and now I've obviously come in with one space. I don't know. Obviously, I've met the new neighbours, like the Spanish school. I haven't spoken to them about the parking, so I don't know what their situation is. Okay, so but I haven't spoken to them about it, but I know that I've obviously spoken to Arts and Business about it, because obviously the first day that I was here, when I text you, and I think you called them, and then I think you told me they have one space. I think that's what you said. They have one space. So those 4 spaces to the left of Museum Place, Shah, the owner, has said to me that he's going to be doing something with the car park. Not to do with our spaces, but to do with his land, because he's going there every day, and people that shouldn't be there. So he's looking at PCN charges or something. He's looking at doing something maybe with the gate, or maybe putting a barrier up or something. Obviously, I presume he can't do anything without your agreement or discussion, obviously. But he is extremely frustrated by it. And I said to him, I feel his frustration, because every time I come into the car park, somebody's parked at space 4, which is the space that you told me that was mine. So basically the parking has been an issue, because I can't park in the spot that you charging me for, you know. So I don't know what to say. I mean, I've been taking 100%, 100%. His delivery may be a little bit abrasive, but it's his land. So his attitude is, I don't need to explain. Like, for example, he told Lenpat or something, the company in 14, I think it was. He said to them, can you please stop parking over the yellow line or something like that? And the woman said to him, where am I supposed to park? And he said, with all due respect, there you go. There you go. Now, there's one other caveat as well, very quickly. The tidy kitchen. So, do they have a museum place space? Perfect. So, what they've done is they've parked over 2 spaces. So, in the second week, which I think was last week, the red car was parked over the, like at an angle. There's 2 parking spaces at an angle. So they parked in the second space, but the wheel was over the line. So the third space, which is straight, was nobody could park there. So I walked in and I explained to them, would they mind just adjusting their car, because I said the way that you've parked, it's actually now parked over 2 spaces. So the guy came out and we were fine, I was polite and everything, and he was polite, and he said, I felt they were. The guy did say to me that his experience with the new person, the new owner of 10 and 12 wasn't nice. He described him as something, but that's their experience, that's their business. I can't comment on. I got along with I try and get along with people, but at the same token, I can't be responsible for other people, But anyway, the parking is a problem, because I'm coming into work at 9:30, 9:20, and every single time I'm coming in, there is somebody in my space, or there is, so space 4 is, I 100%, because obviously I'm being charged for a service, and it's, and I'm not saying it's not I'm not saying it's your fault for any stretch, not at all. I can imagine. I can imagine. He didn't, but his name is Shah, Shah. If I see him again, I can take his number, and then I can ask him, if you're happy for me to give your number, I can also exchange your number with him. 100%. I think if the two of you could bang heads, I think you could come up with something, because there is also I think even something simple like a barrier is across the street in Park Road. There's a parking across 2 houses, and they've got like one of these barriers. And I know there's different ways of opening it. There's a fob where you've got to have a fob before the barrier, or there's a fob where you press a button and it opens it. And the bits and bobs may be a little bit pricey in terms of configuring it and what have you. Oh, 100%. He'll share. Oh, listen, he wants to do it by himself. So, 100%. Listen, he's talking about barriers and everything, you know. He's It benefits me. So trust me, I'll be on to that today. I'll actually leave him a letter on his van. Do you know he actually parks his van on purpose to stop people from parking there? He told me he parks his van on purpose, and he actually comes to the car park multiple times a day just to see what's going on because he's passing through to go to a meeting or he's got to pop through. He is extremely frustrated, and he said he started off quite nice and everything, but people are taking the politeness as a weakness. Now, so I spoke with George, and I said to him about when you're back and everything. So my thinking, there's a few different things for Space 4. So fingers crossed you get the barrier and do something with Shard. Fingers crossed. Brilliant. But I still think therein will lie the problem with my space, which is Space 4. So I was also thinking, and I don't know what your thoughts would be, you can buy for about £10, you can buy a company badge like similar to what it says now, with a company like name like where there's a space where it says like Robert Maxwell, or I can't remember the name of the guy. It says, yeah, but people are not paying a blind bit of attention. In particular, a white cougar. I've taken about 3 or 4 photos in the last week alone of a white cougar, and I've seen the woman then get into the car, and she hasn't come from Museum Place. Shah told me she came from the other side. I didn't see which side, but he said she came from the right. Now, I was thinking of a PCN sign. Now, I've bought it, but I'm obviously not going to do anything with it until you confirm. The PCN sign, it means nothing, but it's a deterrent. So I've done some research on car parking deterrents, and one of those is a sign, and the PCN sign looks very official. It looks really good. It cost me about £10. It's coming on Friday, I think. And another deterrent is where you put a little notice in yellow and black marking, so it's quite apparent, and you put it into people's windscreen to say, please don't park here. And if you continue to park here, it's been monitored, or it's been your reg has been taken. It's like, I got to be honest with you, people are taking a piss. So I'm gonna put that in the Cougar, like anything in Space 4. I'm going to do it. But obviously, I'm not Space 1, Space 2. Like, none of that is to do with me, because obviously that's not my spaces. But anybody in Space 4, I'm going to do it. Now, there is a third thing. So that's 2 things. So one thing is the sign. The second thing is the PCN sign. So signs in general. The second thing is the little bit that goes in the windscreen. I've got 10 of those. And the third thing is, the thing that's in the ground, the metal thing. Okay, so mine is broken, but what I did last night, and I did take a picture just to cover myself, just in case. I lifted up all 3, and I just thought to myself, well, if I lift up all 3 when I leave, because I'm like one of the last to leave, I leave at like 8 o'clock or 7 o'clock. I'm one of the last. If I lift up all 3, people have to get out of their car to push it down because they don't work. I think they're broken. I'm not sure. They might have been there for a long time, but they're not working. But you can actually buy them. I don't know if you have to buy them again or if you have to get them fixed. But from my understanding, it's a key at the top or at the bottom, depending on which version you buy. If you buy a cheap one, people online have said that it can be pushed over. So people are just going to push over. But if they're a little bit more expensive, they're very you can't push them over. You have to have a key, and you have to get out of your car, put the key in, and then it goes down. And I think that's what they were for. Have you ever been here when they've worked, or has anybody ever used them? Oh wow. Complaints by who? But so you got one for your space for. That's crazy. But if you don't mind me asking, how many spaces does downstairs have? Because you said they have one. Okay, listen, I don't want to be a snitch, but I think you may have a good feeling about that. Shah. Shah. You No, listen, I'm paying you £100 a month for one space. What you do with other people is your business. It's nothing to do with me. But if people are parking in my space for free and I'm paying £100 a month, then how is that fair on me? That's just not fair. That's not in any walk of life, that's not fair. And it's also not fair on you either, because you're the person who's charging for one space, and then you're also getting the person who's paying not happy, and the person who's not paying is parking their car, walking out, and they're turning right. They're not even coming into Museum Place. They're turning right. They've got nothing to do with Museum Place. You can even argue, okay, so I think number 14, I definitely think there's going to be issues there, but that's to do with Shah and them as well, because you have your spaces and he now is taking over the land, like his own land. So I don't know how that's going to fare with 14, but that, in all fairness, I don't know, and I got to be honest with you, I don't really want to get involved because I don't know how, but those Lenpat cars, they're a problem. You know, the home care company, 14. Yeah, everyone's parking in our spaces. Everyone's parking in our spaces. You've got with the greatest amount of respect. Okay, so the tidy kitchen. Okay, so I can't say that they're parking the red car and their van at the same time. I cannot confirm that. But so that's not fair. I can't confirm or deny the middle floor, but you might have a hunch that, it may be worth looking into. And then I got to be honest with you, you should have spare spaces every day. How many spaces do you have? 5. Whose spaces are between space 3 and space 5? No, space, right. When you come in, you've got 2 spaces at an angle. Then you've got the first space, that's the normal one. And then you've got one that has a company name, but the guy is not there anymore. And then perfect. And the one next to that space is 1, 2, 3. You have 5 spaces. So you have 5. You have the first 3, 2 at an angle and 1 straight. Then you don't have the next 2. One has a company name that doesn't exist here, but he still has his sign on there. And the next space doesn't have a sign. Then there's a yellow line. Then there's space 4. Then there's space 5. So you have 5 spaces. The first 3, 2 at an angle, 1 straight. The next 2 are not yours. They're probably space for number 14. That would make sense. And then you then have 2 more spaces after the yellow line. Then there's 4 spaces that Shah have told me number 14 use, 2 for the woman, the beauty clinic or beauty salon woman, and 2 for another guy. I don't know what business he has. So it seems like the Lenpat, which is the home care company with the small cars, they've got a sign on there. Did you ever remember that? Seeing, yeah, perfect. So it seems like they may have 2 spaces in between your spaces. Then after space 5 is 2, which is the guys in 14, and then there's 2 for the woman in 14. But Shah is taking over all of the land apart from your 2 spaces, because his argument is after the yellow line is all his land, and he's converting offices or flats. He's going to be having vans go there with construction workers and everything, and he's getting frustrated because he cannot start planning because people are, he's trying to work out whose car is whose. And he does want to give out fines because he's saying he actually watched somebody take a letter off the car and throw it on the floor. That's how little regard that. Yeah, well, I seen the letter, and with all due respect, I shit myself. I took a picture of it because I was thinking, well, I get a fine off my rental company, so I get a £40 admin fine. So I'm really buggered. I told you this before. I don't get a fine off the council. I get 2 fines. I get a fine off whoever, and then I get a fine off enterprise. So I get 2 fines. So I'm very, very wary of any fines because I get it twice. So he seems like somebody you can work with, but yeah, you just need to figure out with him what's the best way forward, because I don't know the space 14, that must be their spaces forever then, the spaces between your spaces. Very interesting how it's set up, but I definitely think you're right. I think that could be Lenpats. I think because they do park there every night. They park there next to Space 4. And the cougar that parks there, it's just a woman who's chancing around. So this has been going on when you were here as well, when you were working here. I understand. Okay, okay. Okay. So you had the two things that come up off the floor, the bollard things. Why did you? Okay, so you didn't so much take them down on space 4 and 5. You just stopped using them because you weren't here, and then the weather that it's not like hasn't been maybe weather resistant, and that's the reason why they're not working as they should. But you could have kept them up if you were here. Oh, right. Okay. So if you're not using it daily, okay, so there's an argument to use metal versus another material that won't be affected by the weather, possibly, maybe. Okay, so that's fine. So and that's understandable for middle ground if they middle floor if they're saying, but I don't understand why yours should be affected because I won't take. Okay, so there's space 3. There's a metal thing on space 3, so I won't touch that again because that seems. What space do they have? Do they have an actual number or do they just park whatever? Yeah. Not the third one. Okay, and tidy kitchen is the second one. And then the third one should be empty, and the fifth one should be empty. Cool. Okay. Yeah, no problem at all. So yeah, I'll get Shah's number. I think so, and it's something that I've really felt for Shah because Shah, you could just look at the exasperation in his face. He was just watching people take the mick, and he's already told these people, and they're not listening. So I do think he's going to end up doing something a bit drastic. So he's asked about the gate. He's actually asked about the gate, and the person in number 14 has said the gate is rusty and it's not fit for purpose. It's a weak gate, but there must have been a gate at some point because the gate has a sign on it saying exactly, yeah. I'll try and do that today. Yeah, I'll try and do it today. I'll try and get his number today. Yeah. I think 100%. He's definitely willing to sort it out, and it'll really benefit him with you two agreeing to a certain way of doing things because he needs it done as quickly as possible. I'll actually try and get his number today because it's becoming a daily issue for him. And to be honest with you, Ellen, it's a daily issue for me as well. So the sooner you have his number, and the sooner and also then it has a knock-on effect to you as well. You're back from holiday. The last thing you want to talk about is, with all due respect, the internet's sorted, right, done, but the parking is continuous. This won't stop until you do something. They did, yeah. So they give me a standing on the email. I haven't had time to really look into it yet. So I've left it for now. But I think the standing charge and the amount they're charging, I think is they want to sign me into a 1-year contract. But the problem with that is what do I do with that? They said the rate goes down from 35 to 23 if I sign for the year. But I don't know. 23 seems about right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, so I'm to be honest, at the moment, I'm trying to get into a new routine. I've moved everything around in the office. George has come in and put up some things. I'm waiting on, to be honest with you, my main focus now is to make sure I've got the money ready to pay the rent, if I'm being honest with you. So everything else is subsidiary. And at the moment, I need sales, I need profit, I need to put some money in the bank to do it. So I've got to get my head down and crack on. So these little issues that have been going on, as you can imagine, last week, especially with the momentum that I couldn't build last week, I need to be on it now, because the last thing I want to do is be coming to you and saying, oh, well, I couldn't pay your rent because the internet was bloody, I couldn't pay your rent because I couldn't park my car. I just do not want to start. I want to start off as I mean to go on. I want to start off as a good payer, and that's the bottom line, because in sales, you can't have a result and an excuse at the same time. You can have one or the other. So I've got to get it done. So you saying about the internet and the parking is very welcomed, but at the same token, I still need to find a substantial amount of money compared to what I was used to paying. Even without the internet and the parking, I still need to find a good chunk, especially because I've got to pay towards the deposit. So yeah, I'm just gonna get my head down and crack on, and we'll just keep working together as a team. I think fingers crossed. I'm enjoying being here, to be honest, Erin. I've got the room set up nice. They mentioned about the cleaners. They mentioned the middle floor mentioned about everyone chipping in for cleaners to come every week. At the moment, they come in every 2 weeks, and they just do communal areas. But I'm more than happy to chip in with that. I've even got myself a water cooler in the hallway, so I've got a little water cooler thing. I got it on a good deal. I pay a lot of. I just, yeah. Yeah, I think so too. Oh, the last thing, just to say very quickly, the last thing. So the other room, yeah, this is something that we probably do need to discuss. Maybe we can discuss this next week. So the other room isn't fit to be working from, which we both knew because I moved in so quickly. So I can't it was sold as seen, in my opinion, but it does need the work, some work done to it before I can use it. So the room facing the car park or facing the back, the room. I don't know what room you call it. What do you call it? Room 3. Yeah, yeah. You know the room that needs painting and the stuff taken out and the. No, I'm not. Yeah, no. He came. He came to tell me he was going to paint it, and everything, and take the stuff. And your radiator is there, but he hasn't come back. But I haven't like texted him or told you. Yeah. No, no. It's not. It's not a problem. Genuinely, I'm not. Yeah, but I'm not genuinely. I'm okay. So the tricky thing is with this is I'm not in a particular rush, but at the same token, it's like, how can I put it? You were very helpful in moving things along. I know the place was empty for a while, so I know it benefited both parties. But you moved me in relatively quickly, and I was happy to do so. But I was happy to do so on the basis that that room wasn't ready, and I even said to you that even if it takes a week, a couple of weeks, I don't mind. I'm still at the I don't mind stage, but we need to. I think maybe that because that room, the flooring is. I don't know if you notice a gap between the floor and the. There's like a gap that needs filling in. Just little bits in that room need to be done before it's done properly. But that's yeah. Apart from that, like the other 2 rooms and the hallway are good to go. Like I'm loving it. You know. Yeah, the gap is underneath the windowsill. I can send you a picture of it. You'll see it very clearly in the picture. Yeah, of course. Yeah, you would have seen it. Yeah, you may not have noticed it, but you probably would have seen it. I don't. I don't know actually. I don't know. Maybe you didn't. Maybe there was something there. Maybe there was a cupboard or something. But I'll show you the gap. But apart from that, everything is fine, Erin. Like I'm very happy with everything. I've got my room. I've got the TV up on the wall. George put the TV up on the wall. I've got obviously the internet is working. I've got my motivational stuff on the wall. I've got the wall board up, the whiteboard up even. I don't know how to use the radiators. I'm not gonna lie. I tried to turn it on. I don't even have a clue what I'm doing. I've looked at the instructions. I've downloaded the app. Maybe that's something we can talk about in when we see each other. But if you know how to do it, but yeah, I'm here every day. So the only times I'm not here, yeah. What time were you thinking? Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, yeah, that's you just come when you're ready, honestly. Anytime's fine. Apart from, yeah, to be honest with you, I haven't put any radiators on. So I've just been putting on a jumper. My partner sits opposite me. She's been opening the window when she's been too hot or putting on a hoodie when she's cold. Genuinely, it's not. If it was an issue, Ellen, like I'd tell you, I wouldn't be afraid to say it's an issue. But for me, I just want to crack on, and I'm just happy that I'm somewhere where I'm welcome, and me and my partner are getting on with it. So yeah, honestly, mate, I'm really happy. So thank you. I think so too. I think it has to be. Yeah, it has to be. It's a huge risk. It's a huge risk. I'm paying more than double than I was paying, but I think now it's time to really crack on with my business. I've got a very good routine set up, a very good game plan for this week, a disciplined game plan, and life is going to throw everything at me, as you know. You know, life just throws these curveballs, and you just got to pivot, and you've just got to figure things out on the fly whilst being disciplined and being consistent. It's the hardest thing in the world to continue to plow on, even though everything's against you. And I just feel like this is a very comfortable, safe space. And I ask my kids every time they've left the office, I've said in the car, have you had a good time at the office, guys? They said yes. And then I've been asking them, you know, what do you think of this office? Are you happy with it and everything? And they're like, yeah, amazing. They love the water cooler. They just and I bought a new printer. My 9-year-old daughter went through all the ink within a weekend, all the starter ink. Honestly, she did. I had to buy some more ink. She plastered the walls with everything. And to be honest with you, I'm just, yeah, I just want to crack on. There's obviously going to be teething problems, and this is what we're discussing: the internet, the car park. These are things that are going to happen, obviously, but it's how we overcome it for the future. It's the foundation, isn't it? You know, no problem at all. See you tomorrow morning. But yeah, I'm not just let you know, I'm not here between 2:45 and 4, but I'm here after 4 until late. No problem. Perfect. No problem at all. Okay, Aaron, you have a good day. Speak to you soon. Bye bye. Bye. What's the matter?
I want to go myself to bed and then
To be honest, I'm fine.
you really
I'm not even joking. If you want to I'll tell you what, get me a ham and cheese baguette and I'll have it later.
they don't have ham and cheese.
Oh, do they have something I can have later?
No, they've only got sausage and bacon baguettes or in the thing, or they've got sausage rolls, chicken and meal, tuna and meal. They've run out of all the other baguettes.
If I get a sausage and bacon baguette, can I have that for my tea later?
If you want it.
No, because I'm staying later, so it's kill two birds with one stone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you reckon that'll be alright for tea?
Yeah, just warm it up.
Yeah, let's do that then. That was a good chat, wasn't it? He really wants to speak to Shah.
See.
He's like, if you can make that connection, I'll be fine. Lynn, he said, I've got a feeling that the middle floor, he calls them the middle floor. He said, I've got a feeling the middle floor have been taking up more spaces than they've been letting me know. I said, yeah, I don't want to be a snitch, but you know, just saying. Guess what space they have? The first one. That is it. Oh, inside the kitchen do have a space. The second one. The third one is his. And then 2 spaces then, 14s. So the 2 spaces we know where it says that Robert Matthews or whatever company name, he's not there, but that's 14. And the one next to it. So that when they've been parking their car there, the Lempat one, that is actually their space. So whilst I've been there, like, that's our spaces. Do you know what I mean? And then 4 and 5, guess what?
What?
He's the one who put up those metal things. And guess why I had to take them down?
Why?
Because they were complaining.
So what?
Complaining.
Make them go off the house.
Because they said it was too much hassle.
It's not when you can't get fucking parking stuff.
Also, you know, the Spanish language place, they don't have a space.
Why?
They obviously didn't want to pay. Which is interesting, considering, you know, they parked there. He said he's not going to charge me the internet for the month of April, and he's not going to charge me for parking.
He's like a Trinity there.
So saves me about 150 quid. So all I've got to do really is find the money for the office and then the money for the deposit. So I just got to find less. So I'm happy with that. Because to be honest with you, whether he give it to me for free or whether he charge me £100 a month, I'm still gonna have issues with the parking. He said that he's happy for me to put up a sign, and he's happy for me to put things in people's in whoever, but only space 4. Do you know what I mean?
The one that he's giving you.
The one he's given me, I can't go around messing around with other people's spaces because the only way I can do that though is if someone parks in 4 and then I park in 5. But I know now that he has 3 and 5. So I know that if I park, if I drive in and someone's parked in 4, then I know that I can get my little thing out, put it in their thing, yeah, and I'll put my sign up, yeah, and then I know that if I park next to them in 5, no one's going to say anything to me because that's Evan's space. Now also, if someone's parked in 5 and someone's parked in
He's got his
mine,
own space even though he's never here.
yeah, but it's his land, isn't it?
No, I know. I'm just.
Yeah, but yeah, because he probably said to the Spanish people, "Do you want a parking space?" And they were probably like, "Yeah, sure." And he was
They
like,
don't have a bacon and sausage baguette.
"Fuck's sake." Yeah, because he probably said to the Spanish people, "Do you want a space?" And they were like, "Yeah, sure. How much is it? Is it?" And he said, "Oh, it's £100 a month." And they were probably like, "No, we're good." I'm not saying they knew that they could probably park there because they probably didn't know, but they
Just
have.
2 seconds because you're going to give me thing. I have like 4 minutes to decide whether I want to cancel the order.
Oh, for fuck's sake! What are you telling me?
Huh?
What are you saying?
They don't have your
Right? Can you? Is there anything there that I can have for my tea?
cancel the order then? That's what I just said.
You give me fucking attitude.
I don't want to take 10 hours to go myself a baguette.
If I'm going to be honest, what it looks like is I've just come in and just fucked up everyone's shit.
So then don't charge you. Can't have it always.
He's going to come in the morning,
Hmm.
10:30, he said, and he's just going to show us how to do the heater, and he's going to take his heater and he's going to have a look at the floor because he said he needs to just have a look at the floor
Yeah,
because there is a big gap in the floor. Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
I can't believe that those things are actually his,
Mhm.
and he had to take them down. It's fucking ridiculous. Not take them down. He said that the reason why they're not working is because they're all rusty because they haven't been used.
Mhm.
It's just baffled me, to be honest. But then again, I suppose it doesn't baffle me though, because parking is such a issue in office environments. Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
So I'm not like surprised, really. Enjoyed that. Buy my pen, please. Can you stop stealing my pen?
What need to do this?
It's nothing to do with my fucking
Communicate because you're always on the phone.
Well, why haven't you got a pen?
I always get stolen from kids.
Look, there's pens up there. So take your mine. And the best laugh is you like reaching under the fucking monitor to grab it. This girl's taking a flat out piss, man.
But I'm gonna get Coco di Mama.
Okay, can I eat it later?
Yeah, it's a pot of pasta that you just warm in a plate.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah. Education is okay. So, what have we done? Okay. Mhm. Mhm. Hi, good afternoon. I was just looking to go through to James. My name's Charles. Company's called SOS. We're based down in Cardiff. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, of course I can. I'll pop him. Yeah, I'll pop him an email through now as well. Thank you very much. Cheers. Bye bye. Bye bye. Lynn.
Yeah.
Jim Rowan said, "Don't." Oh, what did he say? Don't take politeness as consent.
Don't take politeness as consent.
Don't take politeness as consent in sales.
I think that would apply in most places.
Yeah, but he's saying, people might be polite and be like, yeah, call back and send the price over and whatever, but ultimately they're just being polite.
Yeah.
You need to get them saying yes to an order, or a commitment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was
No, I
thinking,
think that's right.
yeah. Hi, good afternoon, Rebecca. I was just looking for Debbie. Yeah, because this I will. I'll send a quick email. 2:15. Okay, so yeah, because she said to give her a bell the second day that you guys are back. So what I'll do is on my notes, I'll give her a bell in what time is she back? 2:15. 2:15. Okay, because I got to leave on the school run at 2:45. I'll tell you what I'll do is I'll put on my callback list now for 2:30, and then I'll try and call her just after she's back. But thank you for letting me know anyway. Thank you. Cheers. Bye bye. Bye bye. All right. 2:04. So we'll move it from 185. Hi, good afternoon. I haven't called for quite some time, but I was just looking for Christine. Oh, I think that proves I haven't been doing anybody's head in. I haven't called for a while. And in actual fact, when I called last time, I asked for tea, and Christine said she no longer works here, and I was like, yeah, I'm clearly not calling often enough. I keep missing the people that I'm looking for. I don't know if they're leaving because of me, but it seems to be a bit of a coincidence now, doesn't it? Two on the trot. I hope it's not. Well, very quickly, my name's Charles. I run my own independent ink company called SOS. We're based in Cardiff. Over the years, and pardon? Yeah. Do you reckon if I spoke in Welsh, I would only be able to say dim siarad, bore da, and prynhawn da, and that's it. So yeah, don't ask me to. Do you know what I spoke to it? Saeed, just brought up an email from July 2021. Saeed? Is it really? Is that person not there either? I don't know if it's me. I'm smelling under my armpits. I'm thinking. I know for a fact I bought some new antiperspirant last night because I paid £3.30 in Tesco and it wasn't on offer and I was fuming. Right. So I've been allowed permission to pop an email with my contact details and my prices for ink over the years. But as you can tell, I don't call very often. The last time I called was May of 22. That's not even the longest gap, by the way. I've been calling since 2017. But would I be allowed your permission again to pop an email? Who deals with it? What was your name? I was going to say it's a poison challenge. Chalice. As soon as you say Mrs. Shah, I'm going to call back in 6 months and go, Mrs. Shah, no, yeah, I'll be like, okay. Do you get access to the email? Would you be able to forward it on to the right person? Would that be okay? Shall I stick with the same printer models that I've got on my system, or do you know if anything has changed? Oh, no, no, no. Oh yeah, I'll check the email. Hang on 2 seconds. Let me check the email. That would open it. Admin at princessmay.acne. Yeah, got it. I've got 3 printer models. Shall I stick with what I have, or do you know if anything's changed? We'll go with it. 23. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I it'll be fine. I'll send the email over and then fingers crossed. So I'll put here. Yeah. Where was that? Yeah. How come you lived in? Oh, you live there. When you say for a bit, what are we talking? Are you in witness protection, Mrs. Shah? You've been very. Oh right, okay. So it's only for a little bit. Yeah. Really? Where? Oh, hang on. Which 6 months did you go though? So you went in the winter. If you went in the summer, you would have really enjoyed it. Oh, hello, hello. Hello. Can you hear me now? You're saying no. Oh, is it really? I was like, can you hear me now? You're like, no. Is it better? Is that? Is it? You must have really good ears then. I'm asking questions and you're answering them with no. I'm thinking this is really strange. You can hear me better now, can you? It's because you dissed Paul's call. It's nothing to do with me. So you went there in the winter then? Yeah, yeah. South Wales is the wettest place in the UK. It's on record. We go there on holiday to Porthcawl every year. Yeah, it's a trek away. Yeah. Most depressing place in the world. Yeah, well, that's when. Yeah, well, that's when I haven't sold much ink. So I'm hoping when you pass it on with some love. You know, don't pass it on with oh God, he's from Cardiff. So I didn't have a very good. Well, you weren't. To be fair, you weren't in Cardiff. You were well. Cardiff wouldn't have been much better. Probably would have been wetter. But when I send it across, is the person that you're sending it to? Do you think they might be interested in pricing potentially? Yeah. Okay. I'm going to send it over. You, thank you very, very much for allowing me to do so, and have a lovely afternoon as well. Thank you. Thank you. Ta-ra now. Bye.
Don't pepper me. Pepper.
Well, just tell me when it's outside. Um, that woman said she lived in Porthcawl. She didn't think so. She said it was the most miserable place ever.
I agree. It's all right to a lot busier, but could you live there really? Living there.
Yeah.
Because let's be honest, when you live in a place like that, you don't go to those places.
Yeah, I suppose living there is a lot different than
100%. You go there for a little break, but I guarantee you, if we lived in Portugal, we would have fun first, go to the beach, and all that. I bet you months, if not years, would pass and we wouldn't go down there.
yeah.
It's like us with Paddy, we live right next to it. We go down, well, like twice a year, if that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. But if we wanted to make more of an effort, we could go down there every night.
Yeah.
Oh, what? UP1515. Just the pedal.
Ah. 1 minute away.
What's the code?
5585.
5585. We see it come across. What do you think? What the fuck have you got?
It's a super something deal, lunch deal. And I bought myself a drink. I got water, but yeah, no, it's
You got
like
water,
20.
did you?
I'm used to it. Yeah, £23, and you get a main with the side. Had they got a product for me now?
So I can go.
Well, no.
Yeah. I'll tell my phone out.
Oh, Jesus. No.
I'll leave this on Shaz van. Give me a phone.
Oh. She said you want that one. No. Have you said you want? You literally said you didn't want anything. Well. Huh?
Say that I got fucking things. Is it day I know we did. I got this one. Oh, done there. What?
What's that?
3 cars in a row. I haven't even taken the best picture. Because that doesn't show how far out it comes.
Yeah.
What?
I'm saying, well, I didn't know you were eating them, son.
Well, to be honest with you, you can't fucking blame me. There.
All right.
mine and the one next to mine.
Mm.
Because I think that's taking a piss. Because then I can't park there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Proper cheesy, isn't it?
Yeah. Lovely. Hmm.
Hmm. What?
Hmm. Oh, well.
The only thing is missing is a bit of salt.
Okay. So we're looking at option 9, option 3, option 1. Hi guys, I was just trying to leave a message for Mr. Edel. My name is Charles. I run my own independent ink company called SOS. We're based in Cardiff. I was hoping you could give me a quick call back on the Cardiff number, 02922 402 747, and I'll pop an email through to his email shortly as well. Thank you very much. Cheers. Goodbye. LVM, motherfucker. So you're talking Oki C511. Oh, you. Call video, but April 8 to voicemail.
I'm too full for my garlic bread. Should do all that later.
I think I'll be alright actually. I'm taking back route. Because to be honest, I got
So sure. 'Cause
yeah, I got one. I think too much. Is it the same as mine?
Yeah.
I'd say take it back. Maybe one of the kids along.
That's it's filling, isn't it? Well, that one is as well.
Yeah, it's lovely. It's, honestly, if I ate that, I think I'd probably just collapse.
I couldn't eat it all. I can.
Eh?
That's not like because I had pasta. Exactly.
Are you coming with me to pick up Nico or are you staying?
Huh?
Are you coming to grab Nico or are you staying?
No, what can we do?
Eh?
What can we do?
There you go.
Yeah.
Hi, good afternoon. I haven't called for a long time, but I was just wondering, is Doreen still there? Oh, hiya, Doreen. You might not remember me. I'm not sure because it's been quite a long time since I called. But we have spoken a few times in the past. My name's Charles. I run my own independent ink business called SOS. We're based in Cardiff. And over the years, literally since I started my business 7 years ago, I've been allowed to pop you an email. You've always given me permission to pop you an email with my contact details and some prices for ink, but I haven't called you or emailed you since May of 2022. So it's been about 2 years. But I was just hoping, with permission, if I could get another email with my name, Charles, and my prices again, if that would be okay. Yeah, so you've given me the names of two printers in the past, but this is obviously this is going back a long time ago because I first quoted you in 2017. But when I quoted you in 2022, you still had the HP LaserJet Pro, the M401. Now you didn't have the printer model, but you had the ink codes, the 950XL black and the 951XL colors. But you never actually gave me the model of the printer on that one. It was just the ink code, if that makes sense. So those are the two I have for you. Yeah, to the copier. Yeah, to be honest, you told me that when I first ever called, and I put it on my notes. So I know that you don't order very often, but that's kind of how I've set up my business. I'm not looking for big orders or big, high schools, because otherwise, with all due respect, I've got to give them credit, and then I might not get paid for a month. I've got to go bit by bit, if that makes sense. Yeah, no problem. Thank you, Doug. I think it's missing a number. Is it 9020? Oh, okay. No, it's fine. It's fine. Potential customer's always right, Doreen. Can't tell you that you're right. I gotta figure it out for myself. So, do you still have the 950 XLs, 951 XLs inks as well as the newer version printer? Yeah, the one before it. Replacing the old one. Okay. And do you still have the mono printer, the M401? Okay. So for the M401, do you buy the A toner or the X toner? Does that make any sense? Okay. So yeah, so basically the code is Charlie Foxtrot 280, and then it's either got an A on the end or an X on the end. And it's really important which one. Yeah, there's no rush. Yeah. Yeah. CF 280. Yeah. It's probably going to be the same, I reckon. I reckon it's going to be the same because it doesn't make any sense that you bought A's and X's. I mean, you might have, but I don't think you probably would have. Yeah, 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 yeah. The 9020. Yeah. Are you buying XLs on those as well? 963 XL? Yeah. Yeah. The thing is, it's all about the page count. For example, the X on the laser printer is 2.5 times more. So even if the A looks like it's cheaper, you've got to times it by 2.5. It's not so. It's well. I'm looking at the 9020 and the standards. If you're saying you bought the standards, then you're probably looking at yeah. So the difference is 1,000 on the black compared to 2,000, so it's 2 times more. And the cut on the colors is 1,600 divided by 700 pages. It's 2.2 2.2. Well, that's nearly 2.3 actually. I'd actually say yeah, close to 2.3. So when you're looking to buy ink, even if you never use me, one very good calculation to choose is when you're thinking, oh, the A's or the standard GLs, the 963s are cheaper. You need to times whatever price. So, for example, say off the top of my head, say they're £25 on Amazon, and you might be like, oh, well, that's cheaper because it's cheaper than the X's. But you've got to times 25 by 2.3, and that brings you £57.50, for example. But initially, you think it's cheaper because it appears to be cheaper because the initial cost. But it's not the initial cost that's going to save you money. It's the running cost. Does that make sense without being too nerdy? Yeah, honestly, I'm going to talk about ink all day long. That's why I don't call very often, because I just think I'd bore people today. What I'll do, if it's okay, I'll keep my email really simple. I'll put my name, Charles, my contact details, my prices, and my delivery charge. And then, as I've done in the past, if it's okay with you, because I know you're not a big user, am I okay to leave it with you again? And then, fingers crossed, keep me on file. On the laser. Yeah, so on the laser, what you could do is you could do something called supply status page. Have you ever done that before on the printer? It's very simple. It's a print report. And what happens is you press a couple of buttons, literally, and I can actually send you the instructions on the quote. I'll put it underneath the quote, the instructions, and you can print off a report and it'll say on there how many pages it's printed. So it should do 6.9. And if you're saying, oh, there's 1,000 more, well, you can do that report and you can actually find out for sure, like how many more it does. Not that I'd recommend you do more, because there's also a risk of stressing the printer more than it should be. And you've had this printer a very long time, and which is a good thing, but you really don't want to be going down the road of buying a new version of it, because the toner situation will completely change, i.e. they'll be more expensive. So even though you might not order them as much like you're doing at the moment, the cost will still be a lot. Oh yeah, you've got loads of stock on the HB. Do you, if you don't mind me asking, there's no point me trying to beat it on the bush, because I don't ring you often enough to beat it on the bush. But are you comfortable with me giving you non-original prices? What's the current situation when you buy from Amazon or whatever? Okay. Yeah, you were desperate. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So the Yeah, so what I would say then is when you look at the pricing of the invoice for what you last ordered, I know it's not a fair comparison because you were rushed, but you still need to just times it by 2.3. I mean, it's 2.28. Now, I'm not a mathematician, but I'd say just round it up to 3, because it's still 0.3, But I would definitely times it by 2.3, because it might be very interesting to compare my pricing, which is very clear, very concise. It's 25 on the black, 20 on the colours. Go back to your invoice, times it by that, and then you might be like, oh, next time we're desperate, because I'm trying to, the name of my company is SOS, Stead Office Supplies. So my name's Charles Stead. So I'm trying to get people to call me SOS because of times like that. So when you are desperate, you can think, instead of going, oh, I'll go online and I'll just buy whatever because I'm desperate, you could just ring me or email me and say, right, Charles, we're really busy. Can you please get this out ASAP? Because I don't do the whole sales thing, Doreen. I don't have time for it, and neither do you. So that's how I've operated over the years. I've never hassled you. I've been quoting you for 7 years, and I've never once well, yeah, But then again, other people do hassle. That's the problem, isn't it? You still get calls from pillar to post in other areas, just not by me. So that's the point I want to get across. You can rely upon me. So my number's in the bottom left-hand corner. It hasn't changed since 2017. Since March, I think it was April actually. In my second month in business, I changed my number and the number hasn't changed. My mobile number hasn't changed in 7 years. So if ever you do get desperate, I will be on the other end of that line to help you out. But I'll send it over now. Thank you very much for your time. Yeah, just to honestly take your time. There's no rush. I'm just happy that you're allowing me to requote, because it's been 2 years since I last spoke to you. Thank you very much, Doreen. Have a nice afternoon. Thank you. Speak to you a bit. Bye-bye. Bye. Oh, we got 17 minutes. Lynn. Lynn. 17 minutes. 17 minutes.
Um,
Build template. Oh, cool. Oh, sure. Yeah, my kids used to be registered with you guys, but since COVID, it's been a bit all over the place. I was just wondering if you have them on the books or whether I could register them if you don't. So the oldest one is the 2nd of April, 2009. Alyssa Tomty. Oh, brilliant. That, the 4th of March, 2012. Tyler Tomty. The next one is the 19th of April, 2015. 15. Yeah, Tomty, yeah. And the last And the last one is the 22nd of November 2016. Yeah. Yeah. So they haven't. Yeah. So three things very quickly. Alyssa was meant to have braces. Yeah, sure. No, it's fine. Yeah, Alyssa. No, it's fine. The 2nd of April 2009. Yeah, of course. Get up to speed. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Shall we look at the other three as well to see if also I'll have to work it out around my work as well, the times. So can you throw any times at me and see if yeah, because every single time I've brought them, I've always brought all four, or before Nico was born, it was all three. It's always been like all of them at the same time, because it's just so much easier that way. But I don't mind working around it. Yeah, I work for myself. Uh, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, yeah, that's fine. Can you do three? Can you do 3:30? 3:30, 3:30, 3:45, 3:45? Or does it not? Yeah, first one at 3:45. I'm only thinking because if I can get him in and out, I can get back to work. If I can get back to work for 5, then I haven't lost too much time. Yeah, let's do 3:45. Yeah, I just got a text message as well. What, three? What, do you want it earlier than 3:45? Oh no, that'll be fine. Yeah, I pick him up. I literally pick him up at yeah, that's the 4th of March 2012. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Tyler. His friends call him Taylor. He hates it, but yeah, go with that. You do my head in at the moment. That's perfect. Um, is the 19th of April, 2015. Yeah, yeah. Mm. So that's boys for you. Well, you'd rather swap all my girls for boys, or both girls, even. And, boys are so much easier. Um, the last one is the 22nd of November, 2016. Did Tyler's come through at 4:15, or was that Sienna? Oh, okay. Because I haven't got a text on the 4 o'clock. That's all. It's not a problem, but I don't have anything on the before. I double check just to make sure. Yeah. The next one, the last one is Nico. Yeah, I got the one for 4:30, so I'm just missing the one for 4. I got the one for 4. Got it. I, I'm putting it in the family group. That's why I'm copying and pasting it. And put it in our little family text group. So I was going to ask it. Yeah, myself. So right, I know I'm not on there. So I've been asking for years to go in with the kids. Um, so I'm going to be straight with you, Mike. Yeah, 100%. I got to be honest with you, I need to see a dentist. My teeth it's not good. And oh, yeah, thank you. Lens,
Yeah.
5 minutes. Yeah. Stead. Oh, my surname's different. Stead. Yeah, Stead. Yeah, Ead. Yeah. Charles. Charles. Yeah. 2nd of the 4th. Same as Alyssa's. 1984. Um, Charlie Foxtrot 24th. 0 Hotel Lima. Lima? Yeah. Or it might be Lima Hotel. 224. 07933 068 507. Yeah. Now I don't need to be seen at the same time. I could be seen at a different time if that's easier. Because the issue is my youngest son is autistic and he tries to escape and he's just a nightmare. And if we try and keep him there too long, he'll try and burn the place down. So it'd be easier to just get the kids in and out. But I don't mind. I haven't been seen by a dentist in probably in about I don't really care, genuinely. I haven't seen a dentist in about 17 years. So well, no, I did. No, I did see one as an emergency. Tell a lie. I did see one as an emergency last year, but that was because of 60 years of not seeing one. Yeah, that was because of a major emergency, but they sorted me out and then they told me to bugger off after they dealt with it. So, um, yeah. So I would say no. Well, it's no, because I got 2 school runs in the morning. So I would say God's sake. I don't know. No, because that's like I get into okay. So I leave work now. Like I leave work literally in 1 minute, 2:45, and I'm back in work at 4, and at about 4:15. But that's because I run around Cardiff now to go to different schools to pick up kids and drop them back and things like that. So if the time that's best for me, I would say would be around 3:30, 3:45, 3:45, similar to the kids really, similar to the first appointment. But I don't really care what day because the thing is, it's better for me to come in the afternoon than it is. Yeah, do 3:30. No, do 3:45. No, because I got to pick up the kids from Willows Avenue. I can do 3:40. Yeah, I got to pick the kids up from Willows Avenue, and they're out of school at 3:15. So they go to their nans at 3:25. So 3:30 would be cutting it. 3:40 would be perfect.